and good 2013. I'm Kegan and this is Rocket Boom. And welcome to the very best episode of the year so far. Our New Year's resolution here at Rocket Boom is to keep the beat with many new episodes per week. So let's stay on the top seat. In time, with the Mayans being total letdowns and with Nostradamus not predicting our end of days until 3797, are there any other end of world scenarios between now and then that we should be aware of? Nope. In other times, Flowing Data dug up a couple of rate of travel maps for the US, and as you can see here in 1800, from New York City you could expect a 1.5 to 2 week trip just to get across Pennsylvania and up to 6 weeks to Chicago, a place I'd like to go. Well, by 1930, that map was looking much better on a railroad, to Chicago in just a day, and only 3.5 days to California versus possibly months of maybe dying every day in many different ways, which is a lot like what it takes just to get across Los Angeles today, but that's another story. We felt we had to add our own maps, and so by the 1950s and 60s, when commercial air flight started to get competitive, it would take people just 7 or 8 hours to get across the country. The planes have gotten a little faster, but security takes a little longer, so here's one for 2013, and we're guessing a Hyperloop or maglev-like train that would be our best bet for cross-country travel in the next decade or so. Maybe we could get from New York to Tokyo in just a few hours, 30 minutes into orbit, 30 minutes over to Japan, and 30 minutes back down. But whatever, draw your own map, streamers. Airborne robots will build tomorrow's high-rises. Zurich roboticist and professor Raffaello programmed this tall structure to rise up with 4 quadrocopters based on designs by Swiss architects Fabio Gramazio and Matthias Kohler in a statement on the intersection between architectural design and technology. Leave it up to the artists to demonstrate, toy makers to market, and the world to follow suit. In Yemen, 25 million inhabitants may soon run out of water. Already in an extreme state of rationing, reports suggest Yemen's capital, Sana'a, could be out of water completely in just a decade, becoming the first of many more global capitals to follow. With rainwater harvesting and conservation efforts on the rise, many are frustrated at the lack of attention given to the shortage internally, while groups like the UN note that over 50% of the current water supply in the country is allocated for non-edible agriculture. And finally today, Rocket Boom is thrilled to announce that our Humanwire series has officially returned. Following today's episode, be sure to check out our wonderful correspondent, Ruud Elmendorp from Kenya. And from the biggest melting pot in the world, New York City. I'll be back with many more stories this week as well. I'm Kegan, and this is Rocket Boom.